Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tech and Things We Like. And today we're going to be doing an awesome unboxing, and this is upgrading the equipment for this very new channel, and of course the other ones that I'm already working on. And it's my new Canon DSLR camera, and this is the brand new EOS 80D, as you can see right here. Very great camera, and I'm really happy to get my hands on this piece of equipment today. Got it from Fry's for about 1100, and got it with the Fry's credit line, which I end up paying roughly over 13 bucks every month, so that's not gonna break the bank. And I mean, it's not the best deal ever for 1100 bucks. There are cheaper options, I believe, on not really cheaper online, but for the same dollar figure you might get a couple extras accessories. But there were a few things I didn't trust on the online part of it, and I'd rather get the support on the background from Fry's, which it's a store that I like very much. So anyways, here we are. That's the new Canon EOS 80D. So let's get started with this, and let's see what we've got here today. Okay, got some kind of a warranty and remarks here. Common copyright. Okay, and it's got basic instruction manual. Okay, and seems like everything comes into, oh, it got Spanish and French, and then we've got the English one. Okay, good. Put that over here for now. It's got some sort of registration, and it says USA customer only. And let's get our hands on the camera. There you go. Okay, so shall we start with the accessories first, shall we? Yeah. We've got the battery charger. It's a little bit difficult with just one hand, but there you go. Let's put that right here for now. We've got oh, okay, this is our hanger or strip. I don't know what the proper name for that is. I think it's strip or strap. I gotta start learning some new terminology with all these here, guys, so I guess I'm gonna be learning on the way with you. And of course, as always, I will appreciate any comments, anything that can be improved. Hopefully we're gonna be improving. If you have not seen my previous channel, I'll link it down below, and you'll see my first video. Of course, quality was not the best, and a few days ago I got my first action camera with 4K. It's not the best one ever, but it's a good thing to get started with. And now this one, so we're slowly getting somewhere. Hopefully quality is going to be going only up from now. This is one of our lens, and actually this kit is just the one lens. Unfortunately, there are kits that have 2 or 3 lenses, but for what I understand, they're just very basic, and it's just the one kind of good one, and the other 2 usually are a smaller one with 1 or 2 features, just about that. But anyways, glad to get my hands on this. I'm gonna need the sun and a UV protection for it. It doesn't come with that, so that is something additional that I'll need, but it's not super expensive. There are some for like $10 or so. So that's the lens. We're gonna check on that now. And I think the only thing remaining here is our cam body. Yeah, that seems to be that. And that's about it. So that's all that comes in the box. Okay, here we've got the camera again. We're getting a second view at it, and let's get a little bit closer. Now we do have some of the accessories on it. You can see we've got the strap, we've got the lens on, we've got a lens hood, and also one of the lens filter on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking them apart so we can look at it again real close. But there you go, that's the EOS 80D, one of the latest Canon models that you can get, and still, I believe it's affordable for the quality. Definitely very good price for its quality. Let me go ahead and turn these around so we can take a better look at the camera features right here. I like keeping the LCD screen closed so that way we're protecting it. That's our flip over screen right there. And take a closer look at the buttons here in the back. We've got our lock button, we've got wheel, and this is used for the menu, and also you can modify this for one of the settings. I don't remember what the configuration is out of the factory, but you can actually change between the ISO, shutter speed, and your f-stop. You can change which one you want here. You can modify it and make it personal, but I like leaving it the way it comes out of the box. You also have some touch button here to set for the menu, the review key button also for the menu. There's start record for videos, menu and info over here. This up here you've got your zoom, AF on. I haven't played around with that just yet. Your viewer, got your port here in the top for your microphone, your flashlights. You can put them on in here. If you place the microphone on, and you have the access here for microphone and also for a headset. Go ahead and close that here real quick. Okay, we've got our pop flash here, on camera flash. Got autofocus, drive, ISO, ISO. I haven't played with this one around here. The backlight for the LCD screen. This one here will let you change the ISO when you press the ISO button, and then when it is out of the ISO button, it's either the shutter speed, I think, or the f-stop. Your shooting button here. This one really haven't played around with that one yet. The wheel for selecting what shooting mode we want. It is actually locked in position. You have to press or depress this button here in order to be able to move it around. I think that has changed from the previous models. I don't remember whether the 70D or the 60D includes that. I know older ones do not include this lock here. You just turn this around, but this one has a lock, so you didn't change it accidentally. Your on-off button right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lens. Okay, this is a Canon lens. It comes with auto focus and manual focus function here. Stabilizer. I like keeping those both in stabilizer and on, autofocus and auto. If you're doing something very specific, then I'll suggest you change that into manual. And definitely I've done it already. It's pretty good. There are some more options that you can add into that as well. And this is our lens, our 18 to 55 millimeter lens. We're gonna go ahead and take that out in a minute. Our lid over here, and then we've got a lens hood installed with a UV filter on the lens. So let me go ahead and stop because it's very hard to get it out single-handed, but we're gonna go ahead and take it apart so you can see how the camera looks like without it, and also get a closer look into the lens. I don't want to keep the lens out for too long because it's definitely not good. You're exposing your camera and the back of your lens, so we're not going to do that. It's just going to be kind of very briefly, but so that you guys can have a look at it. Okay, so now I have removed the lens hood and it came out together with the UV filter, and that happens when you tighten them up a little bit too much. Let me show you guys here. So that's the regular lens, and here we've got our lens hood, but as you can see, it came out with the glass for the UV filter, and you should not remove the UV filter. I like it on. It protects us your original lens, and definitely protects it from the UV filters, of course, the UV lights, and also from scratches. You know, if you happen to hit your camera by accident or something, it's way better to replace a $5 or $10 filter or whatever you pay for it if you get a little bit fancier one. But definitely better than have to buy a whole new lens, right? So that's it. Let's see if we can get the UV filter out single-handed. I highly doubt it. Yeah, I won't be able to take it single-handed, so let me go ahead and stop this for a minute. I'll take it apart, and I'll also take the lens out. Okay, so we have taken the lens hood and the UV filter apart. You can see the lens hood right here, and the UV filter. This, again, I'm very happy to get this. You can see how it actually reflects light, and definitely protects the original lens from scratching. We're gonna go ahead and put this down, and now we're gonna go take the lens, and let me see if we can get this to focus. That's the Canon lens 18 to 55 millimeter. Really like this one, with a 58 millimeter diameter for accessories. So basically you have your lens dimensions here first on the label, and then your diameter, which is for all mounting accessories such as this. If you're going to buy a filter or something, you have to make sure that you're matching the diameter, which in this case you can see there's 58 millimeters. And this is a little bit shaky because I'm single-handed, so a little bit difficult to shoot like that. So let's go ahead and take that lens out finally. Okay, so I have taken the lens out, and again, we're going to do this very quick because I don't want to keep my camera exposed. But that's how it looks like without it. I definitely, of course, keep my cap, so I have a cap that I can put here if I'm actually going to keep the camera stored without the lens. But that's not what's going to be. It's going to be always with the lens on it, and I'm getting a backpack, which I'm going to be reviewing in a couple days. Order it online. It's already shipped, so I'm waiting for it to arrive. And it's a good camera backpack. We'll see how that looks like as soon as it comes through the mail. And this is our lens right here. Same thing, it does have a cap, and as it says in the manual, we don't want to keep this out of the camera for too long, so we're going to put that right back on in just a couple more seconds. I just want you guys to have a look at it. Stabilizer, autofocus, 18 to 55 millimeters. Okay, let's go ahead, get it on, and we'll see how it looks like when we move it back and forth if you are changing your focal point once it's installed on the camera. Okay guys, and we got it back on, and the way you put it on and off, it has a white mark once you removed it inside here where the lens go, and you have to match that with this white line over here. So basically this line, when you're putting it on, it's about here. You match it up and then you twist it to the right until it locks in place. You will hear the kind of a click, and to take it out, you just press this button right here, and while you're holding it, you twist it to the other side, and done. You get it out. Okay, we got our cap on here, and then we can take it, we can change here from a 55 all the way down to 18 millimeters. Okay, and this is our manual focus up on the top here. And let me go ahead and get the UV lens on, that way you guys see how it looks like only with the UV filter on. And actually I'm gonna stop for a minute, get the other filters that I've got, and I'll show it to you guys. I've got about 4 of them if I'm not wrong. I've got the UV neutral, I think there's a polarized one. Let me show you a couple of them. Okay, so I bought this online. Got home very fast. It included a couple things in this little package that I've got here. It brought an extra cap, as you can see here. Brought this extra cap for the lens. This kind of string here, you can stick this into your cap. That way you don't lose it. But so I put it on the original one for this lens, not on the replacement one. And then the filters. And I thought it was like 4, but it's actually 3. Here we got them. Let's see if I can get them out with just the one hand. There you go. So you can see this one is a little bit darker. There you go. And this other one even more. So you have your regular UV, the neutral one, and then polarized. Okay, and the polarized, I think, yeah, it's a rotating one. So as you rotate it, it change the polarization. I think that's what it's called. Well, it'll change the image as you rotate it, and you can create very good effects, and you can actually improve a certain pictures depending on what your lighting is. Improve it a lot with this, especially for outdoors. So I'm yet to try this too, but well, I'm looking forward to do that very soon. So let's go ahead and get this back on, see how that looks. Okay, so we got the filter on again, and got a little bit of dust while I was trying to put it back on. I don't really like changing the filter too much, because it allowed to, you know, let some dust into the front of the lens. I ordered a cleaning kit, and for now I'm just using this that came in with the camera, but I want to get the cleaning kit which has like a dust blower or something like that. I'm yet to watch a couple videos about cleaning and taking care of your lens, but anyway, as I heard from most of the people, the best thing to do is always keep this one on and only take it out when you're gonna put one of the others. And actually, the dark one, you can put it on top of it, because they are kind of like in a self-screw system, so you can still add it on top of this one without having to ever remove the UV filter. So just add the neutral or the polarized one on top of this one, and that should be it. So let's see about that. I'm yet to learn a little bit more about how do we clean this, but again, you get a basic view how the camera looks like. I hope you guys like this camera. If you bought one and that's why you're watching this video, or if you're considering on buying one, definitely a very good piece of equipment, and I'm very happy and glad that I took the decision and I was able to get my hands on one of this. So we'll keep on going with the video, guys. I hope you like it, and let's get on with the test, and we'll see some pictures and videos that I'll be taking with the camera and see how that looks like in just a few minutes.
Okay, let's start watching at looking at some footage here with this picture. We move on into some videos, and you can see it's a very good quality. I like the depth of field effect that you can get on this camera. We're gonna play around also a little bit with the autofocus option when we're in the video mode. You'll see how it will actually slide now into the car and back into the flowers once again, and it's very smooth. It's a very smooth transition, as you can see here. Very much like the way the results you get with this camera on focusing and while you're recording videos. Here we've got the swimming pool. We're gonna get a little bit closer and try to get a slow-mo video here. There you go. You can see how we transition into slow motion. Again, at 1080p at 60 frames per second. It's maybe not the best one, but I think it's very clear and sharp slow motion right there. We transition back into regular video, And that's about it, guys. I really hope you like the quality of this camera. We're gonna be shooting awesome stuff.